Wow, that didn't take long, Dave. Denial? You must be slipping. You see, Dave, I've known you for a while now. Sometimes I feel as if I've known you for too long. I don't like you. I never have liked you. I've gotten along with you and I've tolerated you. I remember you back when you were this little scrub VWE fanboy with Brackman Wilder posters taped up on your walls, praying to the gods of all things VWE. It annoyed me then and it annoys me now. I remember that, Dave, do you? I remember back when all that mattered was succeeding in VWE. You didn't care about anything or anyone else. It didn't matter who you ostracized, who you stepped on. You looked over at VWE through these rose-colored glasses, choosing to focus on the successes that only few there could obtain without regard for those that failed. It killed you for so long, it hurt you so badly that it just flat out destroyed you and those close to you. So you did the only thing left you can do. You finally grew the balls you went so long without. And you joined VWE. You answered your calling. Now, I have to admit, I was impressed because it was inevitable. It was inevitable. You had to eventually land in VWE. You had to see for yourself if you had it. And you know what? I'll admit it. I'll admit it freely. I sat back from far away and I enjoyed your struggles. I enjoyed watching you fight your way up the ladder, watching you get your ass handed to you by guys like Yancey Lowe and Vince Easterwood. It brought me joy to see the icon come back down to earth. But you know, the reality that spent a year kicking your ass seemed to eventually kick you into gear. All that had been killing you had finally made you stronger. Suddenly you got over that hill and you won your first title. It was a long and sobering journey, but one you would gladly travel again. Hell, anyone that's ever won a title will tell you they will gladly travel that road to get back to where they want to be. They will gladly take that road, that golden road that leads to a title. Anyone would. And you were there, Dave. You see, for a few weeks there, you were the guy with the target on his back. You were suddenly in the driver's seat. You had become a shot caller. But then it happened. Possibly the worst thing that could happen to anyone on top. You began buying into your own hype, Dave. You bought into your own hype, and guess what? Last night it cost you. That's just what happens when you become your own biggest fan. Now, you can go ahead and blame VWE management for doing everything they can to make you fail. You can blame Sam the Man for this quote-unquote sneak attack on Wednesday that left you lying there lifeless in the ring. You can even go so far as to assert some of the blame on me for telling it like it is. Yeah, I told it like it was, Dave. Go ahead and blame me. I said it. Here's a guy with the talent. Here's a guy with the charisma. Here's the guy with everything needed to be a champion. But he also has the ego to match, and that's what's going to cost him. You went around and you said, you know what? Sam Luciano wanted Sam the Man to win. You know, goddamn yeah, I did. Hell yes, I wanted him to win. I'm sick of you, pal. I'm sick of what you do to VWE. Now, yeah, I've had my differences with VWE. Do I think it's the perfect Fed? Hell no. But you know what? There's a respect there, and there's a respect for the current ownership that's doing everything they can to make this Fed the top Fed in SL once again, and I'm taking that ride with them. And I will be damned if I sit back and not say anything while a hack like you does everything he can to take VWE backwards. You, my friend, are the worst thing that could happen to a Fed like this. You win a belt and suddenly you become bigger than everything else. And you know what? It took an old school guy like Sam the Man, someone who helped build VWE, to come in and smack you back down to size. Did I like it? Hell yeah, I liked it. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Watching you lay there in the ring, I don't know what was better. Watching you after the 3 count, or watching you try to drag your broken ass back to the backstage area. That was fun. That was fun for me. I loved it. Although I couldn't really show it while I was commentating, but be assured that made my night. You know, I sat back and I said to myself, what the hell was he thinking? What the hell were you thinking, Dave? You have a match with Sam the Man, and you assumed he'd be ill prepared? I mean, it's almost disappointing that for a VWE fanboy such as yourself, that you appeared to let Sam the Man's reputation slip under your radar, and he made you pay for it. It's funny to me. Do yourself a favor, Dave. I'm going to give you some advice. Do yourself a favor. Somehow regrow the balls that Sam the Man kicked back inside you and get yourself off the sofa, princess. Stand up in front of a mirror and take a good look at the son of a bitch that cost you the international championship. Accept it. Hit the gym and stop blaming everybody else because you failed. And just so you know, when it's all said and done, I'll be at VWE next week. Hell, I'll make myself easy to find there, honey. You want something? You think that you want to unleash these quote unquote fists of fury on me? By all means, do it. I got a Brooklyn ass beating waiting for you, pal.